Thanks for doing this. You're
Pleasure.
a busy man.
We've been busy, man. So I'm all today because we had a party here for the governor last night, and I went a little too deep in my whole schedule up today. I just got into cigars a few months ago, and I built a cigar bar out there, and the cigar bar was rocking last night. We had a blast.
Oh, you did it here? Yeah.
We did a party for him here.
Yes, sir.
We did a fundraiser for him.
Dang.
We got a great governor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you never know when you go out west, but right here in Nevada, you guys got a honey hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Man, I don't know if you remember the first time we met, but I was telling Donnie here, like me and Cowboy, and you came around the corner. I'm sure you saw me showing up with him at Power Slap and everything, and he was like, "How you boys doing?" And I think Cowboy was up, and I was like, "I'm down." And you just pulled out some money, gave me a few $100, and you were like, "Go double it." And I was like, "Oh my gosh," blew my mind.
And did you double it?
I gambled a little bit of it, and then I made sure I went home.
Very wise decision.
Yeah.
I like it.
I felt obligated to gamble a little bit of it because that's what you told me to do. But yeah, you love gambling though, huh?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I told you we were here partying last night. I went straight to the casino as soon as we were done.
Yeah, we always, after the Power Slaps, and I don't know if y'all do that after the UFC. Do you? I'm sure you do.
Well, I do, but not with everybody that attended. Yeah, but not like Power Slap.
Power
Slap's fun, isn't it?
That's a party.
It really is.
Yeah.
I try to explain to people how fun, and I think people are blown away when they come and experience it live, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize how fun this was."
Right.
Yeah.
What
it is a party.
What a man! You just turned it into a monster. I mean, you saw that from the get-go, probably.
How about this? It does 1 billion views a month.
Gosh.
1 billion views a month, which doubles what we did last year.
And I mean, didn't you just like make your money back on it like right away? Like you turned it into something that was
immediately. The guys who invested with me, did very well and still doing well. Yes.
Is it still on Rumble?
No, we're on YouTube.
Oh, the Power Slap is?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time I went with Cowboy, and I'd already seen it on social media, but it was just fascinating. Just blows me away. It's a guaranteed knockout too. I don't know what the shelf life is for a Power Slap contestant.
It's actually, there are some battles, but not everybody gets knocked out. But it's fun and exciting, and
Yeah.
the live event is way more entertaining than people expect it to be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. What's the future hold for it? Do you have any big plans?
Yeah, we just sort of aligned ourselves with all these new deals, and we could have been on television. We had television offers, but I don't want to be on television with it yet. I like being on YouTube, and reaches more people. Nobody tells me what to do. I can have any sponsors I want.
Yeah.
The whole world is changing. You don't have to play by the rules anymore, and I don't like playing by the rules. I like breaking all the rules. So
yeah,
it's fun. We're actually right in the midst of doing a new deal on where it's going to be.
Oh.
I have a couple of the casinos in town battling over it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was what was it, Fountain Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was sad there wasn't one this last time.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fountain Blue was great. I mean, right? I mean, beautiful place. The setup in their ballroom was incredible. And I'm going to tell you this about Fountain Blue. So my green room, I've had green rooms all over the world. Nobody has done a green room better than Fountain Blue, man.
Really?
The food was off the charts, the service, the drinks, just the whole vibe over there. So they were great to us. Love you guys at Fountain Blue. Thank you.
They seem like they get the and I mean the model that you're doing. Is it purposeful that a lot of the people that do get invited to Power Slap are creators, obviously?
Yeah. So what ended up happening was when I first launched this thing, you don't go, set up a T-Mobile and put tickets on sale. Nobody knows what to expect. I've never seen it. So what I did was I've always believed in influencers. I think that the media has zero influence anymore. Nobody believes them. Nobody gives what they say. They are completely irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. The real influence is with these influencers.
Yes,
podcasts like this.
Yes, sir.
And so I started embracing that. I mean, my queen of PR over here, I was telling her that 5 years ago, was I not?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just invited all the biggest influencers in the world, let them come out, and it's a free-for-all. You can shoot whatever you want.
Yeah.
Create content. You let these kids that are incredibly talented at creating content show up and make content.
Right.
And the power slap content is the most powerful content in the world, in the sports world. Beats everything.
I feel like media and creators, they're a lot more down to collab too. You know, like sometimes celebrities are a little standoffish or whatever, but like you get a good YouTuber and they're like, yeah, whatever you want. Especially if you give them a free meal and yeah. Well, you've also been in the PBR space, had a couple PBR bulls. What sparked your interest there?
Yeah, so I filmed this show called Dana White Looking for a Fight and went to Houston to film one. And I told my producer, it would be cool if you could find a place that has like baby bulls and we could like try to ride some baby bulls or something like that. This fucking lunatic takes us to a real PBR place that trains PBR bulls. and it's like a 45-minute drive outside of Houston.
Yeah.
Right? So we get there and I'm like, are you out of your mind? We're not going to ride these, but long story short, we said, and me and Matt Sarah said, we'll ride the bulls. We did it. And the dumbest thing I've ever done, and I've done some dumb, and I ended up loving the whole process. So I ended up buying bulls with the guy, the place we went.
Oh, was that you went to Dennis's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Dennis Davis is one of the greatest human beings ever. And what I love about him too is that he really cares about the bulls and takes care of the bulls.
Oh,
and,
for sure.
Our boy Twisted Steel had a back injury.
R.I.P.
And David and I did everything that we could do to try to keep him alive. And you know what I was going to do? I was going to, first of all, whatever it took to keep him alive and help him, I was going to buy a bunch of hot cows and put him out to pasture and let him live a great rest of his life. But unfortunately, we couldn't. And then, now I got Playmate, who is a nasty, mean bull too, who's bucking tomorrow. He bucks tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the first thing? I forgot about this till just now. I don't know how I forgot, but what was the first thing went through your mind when Cowboy said he wanted to ride Twisted Steel?
Yeah. First of all, I've been dealing with Cowboy his entire career. He's doing something crazy, but
anywhere, anyone.
Yep, it's so true. And then, to be honest with you, he ended up tearing his bicep.
Yeah, with
training for it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad that happened. Like, everything happens for a reason. That was meant to be. He wasn't meant to ride Twisted Steel.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's an elite athlete. And so I guess I don't know what he was thinking watching him, but he called me and he was like, this is what I'm about to do. And I was like, look, I'm going to help you if you do it. I don't know. How do you tell Cowboy no? A guy like me, at least.
Right.
You probably can.
No, nobody tells him no. This guy, Cowboy's one of my all-time favorite humans, man. He's a great dude. Obviously, incredibly talented. All the things that guy can do in his life. Now he's a dad, so he's on this this next great chapter of his life, and I love the kid.
Was it just because me and Cowboy are tight, so it's neat to get to talk to you in general, but also about him. Like, what was it like? Was he really just that down to fight anybody from the very beginning all the time?
Yeah. Down to fight anybody, would do anything. And but the bigger problems were his that he would do outside of the UFC, when he became a star for us. Yeah. Yeah. And then there was a time where he's out on, in the summer, he likes to be out on his boats and doing all the boat. And I guess, he's out on the boat and some guy pulls up next to him. They get into some yelling match, and this idiot in the other boat says, let's pull over on this island over here. So they go over on the island, they get off the boats, and Cowboy kicks him in the head, and that's over. And then the guy, being these type of sues him, and you know what I mean? It's not like Cowboy attacked him or did anything else. This guy mutually wants to pull the boats over and whatever, gets his kicked, and then files charges against Cowboy and sues him. We had to deal with a couple of those with Cowboy.
He told me after that happened, you were his first phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like,
I usually am.
Not the wife, not the lawyer, not the cops. I'm calling Dana. I'm calling Uncle Dana. Yeah, he said that it wasn't long after that his wife was with him and they were in traffic or something, and some guy punched him in the mouth, and he just he knew he couldn't anymore. He kind of.
It's so true, man. It's like nobody wins a street fight.
Right.
If you lose, you got kicked. If you win, you get financially destroyed and have to go to court and deal with all this bullshit and possibly even jail time. You have to avoid these situations, especially road rage, man. And these days, there was just a road rage incident here where literally just happened last week. Two guys, one of the guys shoots into the car, and that guy was driving his son to school.
Oh, that was here?
That was here.
Oh.
Killed the son in the back seat.
Dang, I saw the clip of that. I had no idea it was right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cowboys sent it to me.
It's not worth it.
Not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, Cowboys had a road rage incident. I
never have road rage incidents. I got a Ferrari. Nobody can keep up with me to fight with me.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that real pretty drive on your story you share coming into work.
The city. Yeah, no, they're going home. When I go home from work.
Oh, is it going home?
Yeah. So you come around Summerlin Parkway and you can see the entire city. And every time I make that turn, I'm like, I love this city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Do you have to deal with that kind of stuff a lot, I guess? I mean, are these guys, I mean, they're full of testosterone, they're professional fighters, but most of them,
again,
they know.
Knock on wood, it hasn't happened in a minute, but all the time. And not just the guys, the girls. I mean, girls end up out of people too.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I'm sure they, some guy pops off to them.
Well, I think now that the UFC has become more popular and bigger, I think, regular people now know who these guys are, and you just but back in the day, they didn't know. This that pulls up on the boat next to Cowboy, I mean, you don't know who the Cowboy Cerrone is?
Yeah.
And you want to fight him over on the beach?
Right.
I don't think that happens as much as it used to.
What blows my mind is people that don't know who they are, or I'm sorry, they do know who they are, and they still think they can beat them
100%
outside of the octagon.
100%. Listen, if you back in the day, if you ran into Chuck Liddell, you knew not to around. You know what I mean? Chuck Liddell has the look and the whatever. But some of these kids that fight for us, skinny little, and they will murder you.
Right. Yeah, just walking in, the receptionist guy, Noah Williams, he's got a fight in January here. But he looks like a normal guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It blows my mind what people assume.
One of our runners here, Sal, he's a runner. He's a champion. He's a champion for one of the local promotions here in town. And the whole company gets behind him when he fights, and we put it on Fight Pass, but you'll even employ retired fighters too. Like at Power Slap, is it Forrest? Who's Forrest Griffin?
Yeah, Forrest Griffin is in there.
Here. He was here last night for the thing for the governor. Yeah, he works over at the PI. Claudia Gadelia works here. Yeah.
If we can only find a job for some of these retired bulls you're going to have, and cowboys, the cowboys that you retire, get some cowboy hats around here. Yeah. Dang. When's the White House fight?
June. It's in June. So we have a fight this Saturday. It's our last fight ever on ESPN. and then the holidays, and then we have our first 2 fights on Paramount Plus, and then in February, like the first week of February, we'll start working on the White House fight, determining who's fighting there and all that.
And is it Trump's birthday?
Yeah, it's Flag Day and it's his birthday.
Oh dang, that's cool. That's so wild that you're able to. I mean, in your wildest dreams, did you even think that something like that was possible? Like,
no,
I don't even know how that would cross somebody's mind. Like to dream it up, like, yeah, let's go to the White House.
Well, 2 things that Trump loves. He loves the UFC, and let me tell you what,
Dana White.
When you tour the White House with him, I don't know if there's anybody more proud of the White House than President Trump is.
Yeah.
And he has this philosophy that the White House belongs to the American people. And that there should be more people should come to the White House and enjoy it.
Yeah. I guess, it makes sense because like the way you're wording it makes me think of like, I don't know, the time of day you gave me, like, what is it about your philosophy? I mean, like you're doing this podcast with me. I mean, you gave me cash out of your pocket that night. Like, what is it? And you're doing podcasts. You got time for the fans. Like, what's your philosophy?
Yeah, I think that I've always had this weird. So, all right, let me tell you what this stems from. So when I was young, lived here in Vegas, and I was at the library, and there was this guy who was on the local news. And I saw him there. I go, oh, that's the news guy. So I was all excited. I saw this celebrity. I went up to him. He was the biggest douchebag of all time.
Yeah.
And, he wasn't a real celebrity, but to me at that time in my life, and I remembered that. And I said, you know what, man, if anybody ever gave about me, I would never treat somebody like that.
Right.
And I carried that with me for the rest of my life. So I don't know. I just don't understand these celebrities that don't want to interact with their fans.
Yeah.
Right? Everything you have and who you are and this is because of the fans.
Yeah.
And for you not to want to, why would I not want to talk to somebody who loves what I do as much as I do?
Yeah.
It just doesn't even make sense to me.
Right.
It's a weird thing that I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a noble spot. I guess, it's obviously I don't have anything to offer you. And so it had, I just had to ask that question because, I'm going to try.
Well, it's not even about what does somebody have to offer you. It's about being a decent human being. And you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And why would you treat anybody like that? You know what I mean? I don't, when you talk about, how do I put this? Not liking other people or whether it's being racist or not liking different types of people or judging certain groups of people. There is a certain group of people that I judge and I do not like. Douchebags. I do not like douchebags, okay?
Yeah.
It's a blanket policy that I have. If you are a douchebag, I don't like you, I don't want to know you, and I don't even want to hang around you.
Yeah.
That's it. Other than that, why would I not want to meet anybody? And
yeah. No, that's a good point.
Hey, old son, if you're not feeding every morning with a Can-Am side-by-side, then you ain't no cowboy. I got a Can-Am because I needed a reliable ranch rig that I could use every day because I don't know how to work on stuff like that. So I want something that's not going to break down ever. Get yourself a Can-Am, old son. I hope you're enjoying a ranch fuel as you're listening to this episode of Rodeo Time. Use code DALE on ranchfuel.com for 15% off, old son. Drink up and use code DALE on ranchfuel.com.
I assume I'm bouncing all over the place, but I got a lot of thoughts in my head. Does the Joe Rogan and Lou, Lou, the boxing commentator that interview years ago?
Oh, Lou DiBella.
DiBella.
Yeah.
DiBella. Does that just ring in your head whenever you pack out T-Mobile Stadium?
No, I mean, Lou's not a bad guy. Lou just didn't understand the UFC at the time, but a lot of people didn't. If a lot of people got it back then, we probably wouldn't have bought it. Somebody would have bought it before we did. And a lot of boxing guys have always tried to protect their turf. They have their little piece of turf that they would try to protect. So it was normal, and we were used to it back then. But Lou DiBella isn't a bad guy. I actually like Lou. And, but that's what we dealt with all the time. And, but that was definitely one of the big key moments. And the reason, one of a million reasons why I went after Joe Rogan the way that I did. So when we bought the company, right, the company was based in New York. So I had to fly out to New York, go into the offices. And at that time, the people that worked there were so freaked out that the owner sold the company. And the way that he did, they locked me out. Yeah, they locked me out, wouldn't let me into the offices. I had to call a locksmith, come open the door to get me in there. And then I had to go through the entire office and see what was important that I wanted to ship back to Vegas and throw out what wasn't. And they had this room that was just full of tapes. So I literally had to sit there for hours popping tapes into the machine and watching them and seeing if there was something I wanted to bring back to Vegas. And one of the tapes was Joe Rogan on the Keenan Ivory Wayans show. And he was talking about UFC fighters and how bad they were and how they would do against, other famous martial artists. And when I watched this with Rogan, I said, that's the guy I need.
That's the guy.
And at the time, he was the Fear Factor guy, So he and I ended up talking and connecting, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, he's the perfect spokesman, and obviously looking back, I mean.
And the thing that I loved about Rogan is when you would watch Joe Rogan on the air talking about UFC, you could tell this guy just wasn't a paid talking head who had, done some research and was just regurgitating what he.
Yeah, for sure.
Joe Rogan knew every guy that, he knew fighters that were fighting in Europe somewhere, knew their records, knew everything about them. He was a true super fan, yet he too is a martial artist. And, and during the broadcast, when the ground game was happening, he would walk you through what was happening, 4 seconds before it was actually happening. He was absolutely brilliant at calling the fights.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no faking the passion that he's got behind it. And I've always been a fan of UFC. I've rodeoed my entire life. I feel like I know all these fighters, all these rodeo cowboys like he knows fighters, And but I started doing jiu-jitsu a few years ago and became really good friends with Cowboy. And I mean, I get to sit over there with the fighters occasionally, once in a while you guys will let me in there, and just a huge fan of everything you guys got going on. But Joe Rogan is, the partnership you guys have formed is pretty admirable.
Well, what's been incredible is if you look at the rise of the UFC and Rogan have at the same time,
Yeah.
he ends up becoming the biggest podcaster in the world, and
Yeah.
And all the other things that he's got going on in his life. Comedy, he owns his own He was working at the Comedy Store. Now he has his own comedy club, in Austin. And it's been fun, man. Everybody has done well over the last 25 years.
Yeah.
And he was obviously the right choice for me.
I got to go on, and the night before I went to the Comedy Mothership, and I'd never seen him live, but golly, he's as good of a comic as he is at commentating UFC stuff. I figured you'd have more episodes
Joe
there.
Rogan's really good at talking.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a skill that you have to have. He's really good at talking and talking about interesting things. And getting his point across and making you see his point of view.
Yeah. He's
incredible at it.
Yeah. You've only been on like a couple times though, right?
Once. When he launched it. So when he launched his podcast, he was in California. He lived there, and he asked me, he says, hey, I don't even know what the podcast was. And he says, yeah, no, it's like being on the radio, but we do it on the internet. And I was like, oh, okay. Sounds like it's going to be really big. I went and did his podcast, and what he built that thing into, and it's incredible.
Dang, it'd be cool.
And he was way ahead of the. He was doing it when nobody was doing it.
The Godfather. Yeah. That'd be so cool to listen to you guys talk for 3 hours after all this time, doing the one then and then like come back and do another podcast. Yeah, that'd be neat, especially like just how nuanced his questions are going to be.
Yeah. He's good, man. He's really good.
Man, Saturday night was wild.
Great night, huh?
The Rob fight was crazy. Like what an ending.
So good.
My thought is immediately like, dang, how does Dana structure the next fights? Like your head is probably just always spinning with like, all right, now I'm going to match up so-and-so. And
well, what's great is if you look at like every time we have a pay-per-view like that one, it just leads to the next one and the next one.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending like soap opera.
Yeah. And who was it that broke their arm? The second to last title fight.
Yeah. Who the broke their arm?
Dislocated his elbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, elbow and shoulder.
And the shoulder.
So that night when I was going to the press conference, they told me Pantoja, it was his shoulder, not his elbow. And I'm like, what? It looked just like his elbow. Then after we ended up finding out it was both elbow and shoulder.
Ooh, dang. That's going to take a while, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be out for a minute.
Dang. He's just going to, maybe it's a rematch, but by then they've already,
He'll have defended his title.
Yeah.
We're looking at going to Japan. So we haven't been to Japan in a long time. So today's Wednesday. Yesterday was a matchmaking meeting. And, we're already looking at venues in Japan.
Dang. Well, I love it when they come here. Like, there's no better city to just have a fight in than Las Vegas. It's wild to me that what you have used to fit in the MGM. Like, it seems like such a small venue.
What's great about this business and about the sport is everywhere we take it, it's fun and energetic and exciting. And if you look at boxing, the history of boxing, they would do Vegas and Atlantic City. You know what I mean? Because that's where the casinos were and where the money was. We take this thing. We can go to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We can go to cities that never get fights like this, and the energy and the buzz, and it's all the same everywhere we go.
Yeah. Didn't you get some mini Highland cows?
I did, and donkeys.
Donkeys.
So I didn't buy them. My son did. My son bought one for his girlfriend, his mother, and his sister. And I got a place up in Maine.
Right.
And they're up there. And then he bought 2 of the mini donkeys too.
Oh my gosh. Like how many? How small are the donkeys?
Tiny. The same size as the cows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a miniature donkey once. He got so like he could like go in through doors. He could like bite doorknobs and go in. Those things are so smart.
The donkeys are actually really smart. And what we heard was that when you have donkeys and they're basically in a farm setting, they protect all the other farm animals from predators.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah. I've heard of that. I've not seen them, in action.
I've seen some videos. Yeah. A hawk comes in to get one of the chickens, and I saw a donkey go after the hawk. I've seen the donkey go after fox and wolves and things like that.
Yeah. Little predators.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Just one more connection to the Western ag industry. So, yeah, is that is it all just hobby stuff? Do you have any other collaborations you see outside of bulls and cows and the cowboy world?
Yeah, I'm a big motorcycle guy. So I own like a ton of Harley Davidsons. I got like some Ducatis and dirt bikes and things like that. And this is all up at my place in Maine. And every year, I pick a new place to ride. So we've done Wyoming, Montana, Idaho. We just did Colorado this year. Sturgis we've done a couple times. I ride all over the state of Maine. We've done Arkansas. We've done Tennessee. And every year I just pick a new place. And all of the guys that I know that ride, they start to get to an age where they feel like they can't ride anymore. So when I start to feel like I'm getting too old to ride, I'm shipping all of my bikes to the top of Italy, and I'm going to ride all the way through Italy down to the Amalfi Coast, And that'll be the last ride of my life, and I'll probably leave all my bikes in Italy.
Just leave them there.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I dabbled just a little bit on a motorcycle. I get it. Like, I'm like, oh, I can see how people, I just got a little too scared.
And I love Sturgis, man. So I'm thinking about next year, we'll make the ride Sturgis again, and I'm going to do Power Slap over there during Sturgis at like Buffalo Chip or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do a Power Slap event out there and go back there. It's always fun. And that ride up to Mount Rushmore is awesome.
Dang. Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and then what's that? There's the Indian thing up there, the other, it's Mount Rushmore. And
yeah,
then that other,
you're thinking about the, oh, Jesus Christ. Well, you got the Black Hills there.
Yeah.
You got the Black Hills, you got Mount Rushmore, and you have, what was the name of that town that HBO did the show on?
Deadwood?
Deadwood.
Yeah.
And Deadwood. Deadwood's great too.
Yeah. Yeah, regardless, I can picture going through there. My dad had a 79 Shovelhead lowrider, and when he died, he had a lot of bills, and I sold it to pay for him. It never crossed my mind I should just keep it, but now I wish I could go find it. Not that I'd ride it, but yeah. Who is your go-to? Who's a go-to guy similar to Cowboy now? Like they'll fight anybody anywhere.
Pereira.
Really?
Alex Pereira.
That's your guy.
I was on vacation in Australia.
You were?
He was.
He was.
He was in Australia. A fight fell out. We called him, left vacation.
Oh, dang.
Came home, fought, leaving vacation to come fight. Yeah. Pereira's a...
Who was the guy? Didn't a guy did that like half a dozen fights ago?
Well, the kid Waldo now. Waldo, he has fought back to back to back on short notice and won by knockout. Got eye poked. The fight still kept going. He knocked the guy out after the eye poke. I mean, yeah. So
maybe it was 300 or 303. It was a black guy, big guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yep.
That's Waldo.
That's him.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, the name doesn't fit with
yeah.
He's definitely not a Waldo.
Right. Part of me wanted to say there's so many similarities or a few similarities in Cowboy.
It's Waldo Acosta, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Between Cowboy and Strickland. I didn't know if Strickland was anyway. I don't know. He seems like anywhere, anytime kind of guy.
We got some guys that are really those guys. I mean,
yeah. It's probably
those are two of them.
Yeah.
Those are definitely two of them.
Yeah.
But when you're built like that and wired like that, people love it. That's what fight fans love. They love guys like that. They want Marab.
Yes.
Marab wanted to break the record and fight 4 times this year. You know what I mean? Yeah. And me and Marab had a rocky start with our relationship, but I have nothing but love and respect for that guy now.
It seemed like he reciprocated, judging by his posture at the end of the fight.
Yeah. No, he is.
Seems like he loves you too.
He is a bad dude. So I think we talked about this earlier. Dana White looking for a fight when I rode the bull.
Right. Yes, sir.
So we were in New Jersey, and Marab fought on one of those cards, and he won by knockout. And Matt Serra said to me, that guy's going to be a world champion for you, and he is a special fighter.
Yeah.
Matt Serra told me that way back then, and he was dead on. Matt Serra is so good at looking at guys and seeing how talented they can possibly be.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the business, Matt Serra.
So I got the podcast. I've got a vlog. My main source of revenue is my apparel line. And we've got, depending on the time of year, 12, 15 employees.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir. I guess, what would your advice be to, I feel like every day I'm just still trying to figure it out. Like I don't know what I'm doing. But in 2025 or 2026, what's your advice?
So here's what you do. So every year, I go on vacation the day after Christmas, right? So I go spend some great time with my family. We hang out. And my wife, if she was in charge, we'd be on vacation for 3 months. Okay. So she'll be like, we're going for 10 days. And day 4, I'm like, oh my God. So what I've learned to do is when I'm in this time, I start to focus. I am just going to kick out of 2026. And I just start thinking about, but every year, your mindset should be as you go into the new year, how do I beat last year? Right? So when I first started getting into doing big business with big numbers and all the things that we do at the UFC, it used to be like, this is crazy that, we had this killer year and now I have to beat last year. Now it's like, it's like my thing. It's what I love to do. Dang. So you start thinking about, and you know what's impressive? And you might think of it as a small scale thing, but 15 people get up every day and depend on you to make a living. That's awesome. It's special. It's unique. And so this year, as you're going into the, everybody slows down during the holidays and you do your thing. You spend every day of that time thinking, how do I make this business bigger? And then next year when I run into Dana, I tell him, guess what? I got 25 employees now. Damn. And we're this, and this. And you just keep thinking about, there's never been a better time than now. You have built your own platform with this show.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
You have your own platform. Social media, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, all these different things. You can start them up tomorrow. You should be on every platform.
Yes, sir.
Not just wherever this is. You start thinking about, and now AI. Have you got into AI yet?
We're dabbling.
Okay.
I'm trying. Yes, sir.
So Meta AI, I'm on the board for Meta. I just got back from a Meta board meeting. Zuckerberg, who is a brilliant gangster, this guy is a gangster. These people who try to talk about him and everything else. I'm so blown away and impressed by this guy. He's an animal. And putting all the chips in on AI. We just hired like 10 kids that are aged 22 to 28. The average salary is like $65 million that these kids are making that are coming and working on AI. But AI, you hear a lot of negativity about AI. There's way more positives about AI than negative. So you start looking at AI and getting into it and asking AI, how do I build my business? How do I, and it'll start giving you some ideas. And you can create agents inside AI that update you every day on your business and giving you ideas on how to take everything to the next level in 26. So you should just be thinking about leveling up in 26. Set a goal, right? If you want to drive from here to Tulsa, Oklahoma, you'd have to go on a map and you'd have to lay out, your route and all. You got to do the same thing for your business. Map out your route for 26 and figure out where you want to be as you go into 27.
Yeah.
And get it done.
How are you applying to AI? I mean, like in what, I know we're using it to help with graphic design. We're using it a little to help on editing a video, but is there something I'm missing?
Yes, all of that. So AI is only as good as the questions you ask it, right? If you want to go on and use it treat it like it's Google, you know what I mean? You're missing the boat. You can ask AI anything about your business. We'll with it a little bit when we're done with the podcast, and I'll kind of show you how you can.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's great because if you had it, let's say you had a room full of, you had your 15 employees in a room and you guys are all brainstorming on how to take the business to the next level. You could already do that with AI, then sit down with your employees and figure out how to, you'd have a lot more ideas to kick around after you worked with AI for a little bit.
I kind of got two questions. One of them's a little nuanced, I guess, but so I got the media side. This is what I love doing. Like getting to talk to you is like, this is bad. And then the videos I get to make with bucking bulls and ranching. I love that. Running the business to me is fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the entrepreneurial side of doing that. But I feel like it takes a backseat to me being in marketing. And I've always thought like, man.
It takes a backseat to what?
me doing this.
Yeah.
Because I'm here.
Yeah.
And so but right now, because I do my own apparel for the apparel line, like I get to capture all the profit. And I've thought, man, maybe that's one of those things that if I like outsource, there's still like a level of, because I've got a little warehouse out in the middle of nowhere. We bring in all the apparel and we ship it out. We make the designs. We don't print it, but we have it printed close by. And I've just thought maybe that's one of those things where like, Zuckerberg doesn't own 100% of Facebook, and like he gives up control of certain things to scale.
These are discussions you could have with AI.
What
would be the best way for me to run my business? Is it better that I do this stuff myself? Should I, outsource it to another company and they just pay me a royalty? AI can help you with all that stuff.
Yeah.
It can at least get you thinking differently and can educate you on a lot of things you don't know.
I think I know what you would say about this question too, because it's more of a statement that I'm curious your feedback. But like, is there a world where you're thinking, how can I kill 2026, make it better in 25? But then you're just like, I can make more money doing these things, but I don't want to spend my time doing that, so I'm going to sacrifice the cash flow on it. To like, how do you make those decisions where if your ultimate goal is to make more money, but you know what you want to do?
Well, this is what I want to do, but in order to make more money, you have to grow your business and make it bigger and better, capitalize on opportunities right when they happen. For instance, in this business, when things line up to make a big fight, you have to make that fight right then, right there, and capture it in the moment, because you'll never have that opportunity again.
Yeah.
Because when your product is human beings, people get older. They're not, they might not be in their prime anymore. Injuries, personal problems, the list goes on and on. When you can capitalize on something, you do it right then and right there, no matter what it takes to get it done. And we've done that for the last 25 years. But there have been a few that have slipped through the cracks and didn't happen.
Yeah.
And we have to deal with a lot of outside aggravation and like that. It's not as easy as it looks. A lot of people have tried to do what we do here and haven't been able to do it.
Yeah. It's kind of a broad question, I guess. I basically like
do you know what I do now? What I like to do, and that's it. And you know who I do it with? People I like to do it with, and that's it. I mean, after the whole woke COVID bullshit that went on, like I've gotten rid of sponsors that you don't know who's who until the hits the fan.
Yeah.
And then you find out who everybody really is when you're looking down the barrel of some crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't care how much money you got. If you're going to be one of these pain in the people to deal with, I have no time for that in my life anymore. Sponsors, some of these guys don't have enough money to make me do a deal with them again. So I'm very lucky that I'm in a place in my life where I can do what I want to do with who I want to do it with.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like we talked about with Theo Vaughn on his podcast. When Peloton came in and told them to take down the podcast he had done with Robert Kennedy Jr.
Yeah.
Right? What the are you talking about?
Didn't you take them out of your gym here?
Yeah, all the Pelotons, we ripped them all out of here.
I love
anti-American mother.
Yeah, I mean, Theo talks to everybody.
100%. And Theo's one of the nicest guys in the world.
The sweetest guy.
And I don't give a what your politics are. This guy's a Kennedy. Right? And he's a Democrat. Right? You know Peloton are Democrats. So it's like, it's just crazy to me that a sponsor, because you give me money, you're going to try to dictate who I can and can't talk to?
Yeah.
You're not the sponsor for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I
take your money, roll it up into a little ball and shove it up. I don't want any of it. I don't want any of that kind of money.
Yeah. So I guess that's one area where, you'll turn down a bigger check because you don't want to work
100%.
Yeah, there you go.
With the company that I'm talking about, I did it. I just did it, last year, the beginning of last year. I not only did I do that, that's exactly what I said to them. Roll the money in a little ball and shove it right up your board. I'm out.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a friendly email.
Still, the guy who was my contact in the company that I talked to is a good dude. I still talk to him today. I like him. It's not his thing. It's the company. They're just not my kind of people.
Yeah.
And I got to watch the commercials on TV talking about how tough they are. It cracks me up every time I watch the commercial. I'm like, you guys are so full of but
you got some sponsors that have been like ride or die.
Oh yeah.
Seems like.
Monster.
Yeah.
Monster has been as solid of a partner as you could ever ask for. I mean, there's, that I could tell you right now about Monster that I wouldn't, because there's some man that, you just don't talk about publicly. Monster Energy has been the most solid partner ever, man. These guys are just incredible.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah. They seem like it. Good people.
They are.
Yeah.
They are, and they've been great to us. And again, they're another one of those, talk about Joe Rogan. They're another one of those brands that we've grown together over the last however many years that we've been together. If I need something, I pick up the phone, not even a flinch. No matter how crazy it is or how bad it is or any of that. Not even a flinch. And they says, yes. There's a guy there, I don't know where he sits. He's like the number 3 guy over there. His name's Mitch Covington, right?
I've met him.
You know Mitch, right?
Yes, sir.
Call Mitch, not even a flinch.
Yeah.
What do you need? I got you. No problem. This and that, So then when they call me, I reciprocate.
Yeah, there you go.
No problem. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
That's one of the great companies that I can tell you, and we've been through it all. They've been pissed off about stuff that went down with our team, and then we've been pissed about stuff that went. But we get on the phone, smooth it out, and they could not be. They are the. If I said look up great partners in the dictionary, the picture of Mitch Covington and Monster Energy should be in the dictionary.
There you go. Yeah.
They are the opposite of Peloton.
Yeah. Well, I like the way it's, that story they treated Tiger Woods, back in the day, that long story whenever he fell out and they just stuck by his side. And Cowboys always spoke highly of him, which Cowboys that kind of friend to me, like the way you describe them. So that makes sense. But I guess, and where I was going with that question, I don't know. I'm just, back to, I guess, the business. A percentage of my revenue is like when I do a booth, like here at the NFR, I got a booth over there at the convention center. And like when I'm at it, being the mascot of the company, the face of the company, the booth will do better. But that's another day. I'm not filming. I'm not in front of the camera. I'm not doing these. And so that's what I think in 26, like that's one of the things, like take a step back from going to all the booths. It's hard because I grew up poor.
Here's my question. What is sitting right here, right now, without even thinking about it, just off the top of your, right out, in and out your mouth, what is your goal for that brand? What do you want?
Oh, man. I mean, I want to grow it because it allows me to do more stuff like this.
Then get your in that booth. Get your in that booth, shake hands, take some pictures, and get your merch everywhere on as many people's backs as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you think about it, right? If I do this, if I do that, and you know what people tell me all the time? Man, you work so hard. You're such a hard worker. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I'm running around doing that I love. I could be digging ditches right now. That's hard work. I used to pave roads with this company back in Boston, EJ Paving. Yeah. I'll tell you what, next time somebody thinks they work hard, I will personally fly you out to Boston. I'll get you a spot at EJ Paving, okay? Two crazy Italian dudes that own this company, and you stay there for a week, and then you come back and tell me what hard work is.
Yeah.
So I was lucky that early in my life, I had those type of jobs that showed me what hard work really is and what I don't want to do for the rest of my life. You know, so running around doing that I love, this isn't work.
I guess is there a world where, like, if I took, just outside looking in, if I took a step back and was able to do more of the content building for the branding, which might mean I don't get to go to as many booths. That might mean, you know, so like in the short term, I take a hickey on cash, but in the long term, maybe the branding side of it pays off with the videos.
You're not wrong. It's all equal, but you can't diminish what it means for you to be out there shaking people's hands, creating relationships. And when you're sitting in that booth, you never know who you're going to run into.
Yeah.
You might run into the next guy that you end up doing business with and helps take your business to another level. See that chair right over there, the furthest one?
Yes, sir.
Every day that I'm here, I am in that chair, and then the other 3 chairs are filled with people. It's like Shark Tank. I have people in here pitching me every day on their businesses, and you know, am I interested in being a part of some? And some I do, and I own a shitload of businesses that most people don't even know that I am a part of.
Yeah.
But it's what I love, and at this point in time, you know, you got 15 employees. It's hot. You got to keep capitalizing and building on that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when you're home, wherever you're going for Christmas and New Year's, start playing with AI and figuring out how you can just kick the living out of 2026.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I want to respect your time. We normally wrap up with life advice. I feel like
I just gave it.
I was about to say, I think this whole thing is,
and I'm talking to everybody.
Advice.
These young people out there right now, there has never been a better time. When I grew up in the 80s, it was all old money. There was no internet. There was no YouTube. You know, you had to go out and cut these deals with major networks and studios. You can build and create anything right now on social media, on the YouTubes, the Kicks, the Twitches, any of these different platforms. And you should be figuring out right now at the end of 2025 how you're going to change your life and make 2026 the best year of your life.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It's never been more easy than it is right now. Just got to get out and do the work. Man,
thanks so much. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. Yeah. I appreciate your time and letting me come in here. And pleasure. You've been nothing but a blessing to me. So
thanks for having me.
Hopefully I can reciprocate somehow. So thank you guys. Rodeo time. Check out the next UFC, about to be on Paramount. And look out for Power Slap. Yeah. Yeah. So as we go into Power Slap, we just did a deal with Qatar. So now we're in Saudi, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. We got this bad Chinese kid coming in from China next year. We're going to do a lot of fun. And if you have never seen a Power Slap event, I'm telling you right now, you can think it's silly, it's this, it's that. Come to a live event. It'll change your mind. You'll have one of the best nights you've ever had in your life. What's his name? Is it Dumplin? Yeah. Your go-to
Dumplin
guy?
From Russia. I love that kid.
Put your Chinese guy against Dumplin.
I'm telling you. So this Chinese kid looks like a Bond villain. 6'7", 400 pounds. Yeah. And he graduates high school this year. His mother will not let him Power Slap till he graduates high school. So I'm excited about him. We got a lot of fun coming up next year. That's Paramount deal, boxing, Power Slap, Thrill One, tons of good shit. The White House, all of it. The White House. Yeah. Well, congratulations. Thanks, brother. Thanks again. Yes, sir. Congrats to you. Appreciate that so much. Yes, sir. On to the next one. Pow, pow. RodeoTime.com is the only website that should exist because it's the greatest apparel line that has ever existed. So go there now to get a t-shirt, a hoodie, a cap, a vest, whatever it is you need. Go to RodeoTime.com, old son.